This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on a Friday. That's what we're going to do. I am Tito, Jeff Thitoff, Bobby Carpenter, the general on my left, Bodie on the other side of the fake glass. Big show lineup for you today, folks. You picked the right day to tune in. If you haven't tuned in before, where the hell have you been? But you picked the right day today. We do have AJ Hawk coming up in the final segment of the program around 7:40. Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports will join us at 6:20. Good morning, General. How are you?
Good morning.
This morning.
Tito, doing well, man. It's a Friday, rolling along. We got Washington here in about, I don't know, what would it be, 36 or 32 hours? 32 hours? Or no, I guess, yeah, 30,
48 would be
36.
36. Yeah, 36. Okay. That's about right.
24
Yeah.
would take you to 6. Another 6 would take you to 30.
Telling you, Bob, my head's spinning already.
33.
33, okay.
33 hours.
33. Yeah, but when does our coverage start? 5.5 hours before that.
Sure.
That's when it does it. So big game against the Huskies coming up this weekend. We'll hear from Brian Day, a little bit of stuff he said yesterday. We'll hear from the coach on that one. Bodie, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Tito. How are you?
I took a pause on that. It doesn't feel genuine.
I was doing something on the computer.
Reds beat the Pirates yesterday 2-1. They're Milwaukee tonight at 8-10. The Reds are a game behind the Mets because the Mets also won yesterday, but the Reds still not out of it. Yes, need a little help there.
Just a little.
Guardians fell to the Tigers 4-2, 7-10 against the Rangers in Cleveland tonight. The Guards and Tigers now tied for first in AL Central, but the Guards have the tiebreaker. Seahawks over the Cardinals 23-20. Jason Myers hits a 52-yard field goal on the game's final play. And that was Marvin Harrison Jr. on one side, JSN on the other. Harrison had a rough first 3 quarters there, Bob. He had a couple of drops that led to interceptions, actually. Ones he should have caught. That he
Had a
didn't.
touchdown at the end, though.
Yeah, did rally at the touchdown at the end. JSN did nothing for quite a while, then rallied at the end as well. But the Seahawks were ahead 20-6 with under 6 minutes left. And then Harrison catches the touchdown pass from Kyler Murray. They get another touchdown after that to make it 20-20, and then the field goal by Myers wins that game. NCAA football tonight, much to Bobby's chagrin. There's some couple of decent games. Number 8, Florida's at Virginia at 7:00, and also number 24, TCU takes on Arizona State at 9:00. Also, Houston, Oregon State at 10:30.
Florida State, right?
Florida State. Did I say Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong. Florida State.
Florida may not win 8 games, let alone be ranked number 8.
I would say Florida might be the 8th ranked team in the state of Florida. If you ranked all the teams in the state of Florida, it might be them. So, but yeah, Florida State at Virginia. One of your Highness's picks, by the way, he said Florida State minus 6.5. We're famous now, Bodie. You're famous. Actually, you're famous because they showed the video with the 3 of us on your Highness's most recent post, but he singled you out.
I love that guy. He's a legend.
He is something else,
Brody.
that's for sure.
Yes.
Brody. So that's our show for today. I should say that's like I'm wrapping up. That's it for today, folks. That is what our show looks like for today. Yes, we will certainly have a lot of content crammed into these next hour and 57 minutes. But first, if it's not award winning, it should at least be award nominated. It's time for Bobby to make us smarter.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Take it away, General.
Oh, boy. It is Friday, September 26th. The 269th day of the year. 96 days remaining in this 2025. This date's 1789. George Washington appoints Thomas Jefferson as the first Secretary of State in the United States. This date, 1914, the FTC is established, a Federal Trade Commission. 1953, the United Kingdom, following World War II, finally stops rationing sugar.
Stop rationing sugar, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it took a number of years, obviously, war ending about 8 years prior to that. 1954, Yogi Berra plays his only game at third base. 1960, real turning point in American history. So this would be what? 40, 65 years ago. It's crazy to think about this. The first televised presidential debate takes place. And it was the first time that had ever happened. And I think it helped catapult John F. Kennedy to victory. I remember Nixon came out not looking all that great and everything, but it was between JFK and Richard Nixon.
Good evening. The television and radio stations of the United States and their affiliated stations are proud to provide facilities for a discussion of issues in the current political campaign by the two major candidates for the presidency. The candidates need no introduction. The Republican candidate, Vice President Richard M. Nixon, and the Democratic candidate, Senator John F. Kennedy. According to rules set by the candidates themselves, each man shall make an opening statement of approximately 8 minutes duration and a closing statement of approximately 3 minutes duration. In between, the candidates will answer or comment upon answers to questions put by a panel of correspondents. In this, the first discussion in a series of 4 joint appearances, the subject matter has been agreed will be restricted to internal or domestic American matters.
8-minute opening statement?
Bob,
that is quite the monologue.
Do you have many memories of presidential debates that you've watched?
Yeah.
I mean, like I remember...
especially Joe Biden beating COVID. That was one of my...
The Biden one?
That was legendary. Oh, I remember watching, Romney and Obama go at it, McCain and Obama. I'm trying to think. Oh, Gore and Bush. That was kind of like my first one as an adult. It's my
Right.
senior year, senior year right there. Watching that one outside, and from then on, I probably remember a lot of them. Before that, not much.
Reagan-Mondale in '84 was a famous one when
I'm not
Mondale...
gonna let you make your inexperience be an issue or whatever.
So, like I said, I'm going to let age be an issue or let age and experience be an issue.
He
this, stuff like that,
pushes to Reagan's age, and,
Yes.
and Reagan's like, well, I'm not going to let your inexperience or something be. I'm not going to make that an issue in this.
And then the Ross Perot debates with which you would. 92.
I remember Ross more for his airtime that he purchased when he would just sit up there and give a monologue.
Yeah.
And pull the graphs out and get
Yeah.
the pointer. It felt like I was in an econ class.
Can I ask
Tremendous.
a stupid question about something you said earlier?
Sure.
Bodie laughs. What does the Secretary of State do?
They're the number one ambassador of the country. They set a lot of foreign policy or help implement the administration's foreign policy and things like that.
So they're above the ambassadors of the...
Yes.
Okay, that's...
The Secretary of State became the pathway to the presidency early on.
Okay.
You would argue that, outside of the president and probably the...
Attorney General?
No, I'd say it's higher than... It's probably the third or fourth most powerful position in the United States. So fairly significant.
Yeah.
This date, 1969, Abbey Road is released by the Beatles.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say, it's all right.
It's all right. Banger there by the Beatles. Not a top 10 one, though.
No, it's not. But,
I
what?
enjoy Here Comes the Sun, though.
I do. I remember listening to that specifically when I was in basic training in Fort Knox. We had a series of, very cloudy days that and just cold and all stuff. But I remember that when that sun came out one day and I was singing that song.
There you go. This day, 1992, Jimmy Connors in the Battle of the Sexes. You remember those back then?
Oh, I remember those, yes.
So Jimmy Connors at this point was already retired or retiring.
What year was it?
92.
Yeah.
He would have been probably mid to upper 40s, I'm guessing. Martina Navratilova in the prime of her career. He beats her in straight sets 7-5, 6-3. Same day, Gloria Estefan and others put on a large concert helping to benefit those in the South Florida destruction of Hurricane Andrew. Big deal. I remember we had one of my piano teacher, her grandkids lived in South Florida, and they came up and went to school for an entire year up here with us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because just it was so devastating at that time. And then this date, 1996, Barry Bonds becomes the second 40-40 guy in Major League Baseball history. You know who the first was?
First was, your boy, Jose Steroids.
There you go. One good juicer deserves another.
Yes,
Thitoff.
of course.
Then in 2000, Good Charlotte releases their first self-titled album.
Never heard that song. That's the first time I heard.
That's unfortunate, Jeff.
Is it a good band?
Yeah, Good Charlotte's great. I enjoy them.
They're still out there.
I don't know if they're still there. I don't know if they still tour and do stuff. I'll have to look that up.
Why not Great Charlotte? Why just Good Charlotte?
Oh, because you want to set the proper expectation.
I remember the Norm Macdonald thing about when he said Better Than Ezra was voted the second best new band, and
Who's
first was
Ezra.
Ezra. Yeah, right.
2012, The Truth About Love by Pink hits number 1.
Where there is desire, there is gonna be a flame. Where there is a flame, someone's bound to get burned. But just because it burns doesn't mean you're gonna die. You gotta get up and try.
I got a feeling if I dated her, if I dated Pink, I think that I would. I think she'd be the alpha dog in the relationship.
I'm guessing that. I mean, you seem to let a lot of things just happen.
There's a B. Arthur joke, and I can't remember which one it was. One of the roasts, celebrity roasts. I'll say it off the air, but there's a B. Arthur joke that probably would apply here.
Okay. Born on this date, 1774, Johnny Appleseed. Yeah, born in 1888, T.S. Lewis, the Nobel Prize winning laureate. And born in 1914, passing away in 2011, the fitness master himself, Jack LaLanne, was born.
Keep your head above water so you can do some living. Come on, now, up on your feet. Give me a great big smile. That's it. You know, I have some tremendous things planned for you this week. I don't want you to miss one day. Promise me right here. Say, Jack, I'm going to be with you every day this week. This is our date, and don't let anything interfere with it. Will you promise me that? Because if you miss just one day, then you're going to miss another day, then you've missed completely, then you're going to be out of the routine of this thing. So just this week, stick with me every day. Promise? Come on. All right, now we understand each other. First, let's take a little warm-up. Come on, up on your feet. That's it. Put your hands on your hips. Bring your right knee into your chest, then your left knee, and just to warm up. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up and down, and 1 and 2, and
I think
1
I had a
and
tiger
2
for the
and 3
pump-up
and
music
4.
there.
There you go. Sounded very, very juicy. Do you remember Jack LaLanne?
I do. That was a warm-up. It sounded like a workout to me. That right there.
What doesn't sound like a workout to you?
Sitting down.
It's good. Sedentary lifestyle. It's going to get
Underrated.
you. It's going to get you places.
Underrated.
I don't know if it's underrated. I mean, it's probably properly rated.
Yeah, okay.
Born in 1927, Robert Cade, one of the co-creators of Gatorade.
Oh.
And then born in 1948. It's been 3 years since she's passed away. Olivia Newton-John.
To my heart, I must be true. Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. You're the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You're the one I want. Honey.
I wish I could dance like John Travolta did.
I mean, if you practice, you probably could get pretty close.
No, listen, I think dancing, I think there are certain people that no matter how hard they try, they can't dance.
Well, that's just Phil Collins.
Right. The whole Genesis band, Mike Rutherford and Tony Banks. No, he was a quarterback. Was Tony Banks a quarterback? Tony something. Not Tony Basil. She's saying Mickey.
Tony Banks was the quarterback for the
quarterback
Ravens.
for the Ravens. Yeah, Tony something though. I think it starts
Some
with a
people
B.
dance to remember, Tito.
I just look. You
Some
don't
people
believe
dance
that?
to forget.
I don't. I think dancing's like singing.
No.
Either you got it, or you got it.
That's not even
I-
close.
I think
That's
it is.
not even close. Not even close.
I am convinced.
I think there's a certain level that like you and I couldn't get to.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd ever be Saturday Night Fever, but
Yeah.
you could probably get to a point where you were functionally dancing if you practiced daily.
Well, functionally, like I'm not saying like going out there and doing like just the like a foxtrot or a square dance. I'm talking about
No,
like
I'm
legit.
talking about being a good dancer.
Yeah.
I think you get to be a good dancer. Now, great, that might be a far cry. That's like saying I could never be a great foul shooter. You may not be a great basketball player, but I
Right.
could take you there. And if you shot free throws every
I could
day,
take
you there.
all day long,
Can you take
you
me
would
higher?
become.
Did you
Free.
in court do did you guys practice a first dance for
No.
your wedding?
No.
Would you have done it if she asked you to?
What do you mean practice a first dance? Like some little moves and some deals?
Heather and I had a dance that we did. We danced to L.O.V. I'm sorry. Heather number 2 and I practiced Love
That's
by
love.
Nat King Cole. Yeah, it's a Dust Spell Love.
Okay.
And we had a specific dance that we did for it. And we went and practiced it at a dance studio with it's over on
Yeah, we didn't do
Soma.
that.
Would you have done it though? If she would have said, "Hey, look, I want to do something."
I have no problem. I would have probably been more inclined to ask her if she
Okay.
wanted to do that. That's not an issue with me at all. I enjoy the performing arts.
I'm going to go ahead and reveal a secret here, Bob. Pull back the curtain a little bit. About a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, when I was doing the crossover on Man and Bone, but I was going to do the Buckeye show, I said to the public that I was a tap dancer who took lessons when I was younger.
That explains a lot.
Well, it's not true, just so you know. But I kept up the ruse till just now today.
Why did you lie about that?
I just thought it was funny to screw up their show. Just screw up their show a little bit. I just say,
That's how you did.
I just
you
thought
tap
it was
dancing
content, and then
impact
they
anybody
would always
else?
question
That's
me
not
about
content. It's a lie.
it. Well, it's
Not a lie if you believe it.
a legend, is what it is.
George Costanza.
It's a legend. It's more. I don't think it's a lie.
No, legend is rooted in some level of truth. That's a straight deception.
Come
There
on,
are people
Tito.
that
dude.
lie and tell fake stories on air, and that really bothers me.
Did I said that?
Yeah, because
You're bothered. I said it was a tap dancer.
yeah. Why would you lie about something like that?
I can't remember the exact reason why, but I just
That's even worse. If you're just lying randomly just to lie for content.
And then-
there are people in this building outside of you that lie on their shows about things that they do
I'm
and things that
sure.
they see, and that's terrible.
I just
Be a purveyor of truth.
I am.
Be a
You
beacon of
can't
light.
handle the truth.
First of all, Bob, if anybody listening believed I was a tap dancer, that's on them.
Why not? I played piano for 6 years growing up.
I know you did. We've talked about that.
But
but
why is it so hard to believe that you would have been a tap dancer if that was something your parents made you do?
I was a square dancer. I was that. That's the truth. I used to
I
go to
don't believe
elementary
anything
school.
you say. Turning 69 today, one of the stars of Terminator, Sarah Connor's Miss Linda Hamilton.
Watching John with the machine, it was suddenly so clear. The Terminator would never stop. It would never leave him. And it would never hurt him, never shout at him or get drunk and hit him or say it was too busy to spend time with him. It would always be there, and it would die to protect him. Of all the would-be fathers who came and went over the years, this thing, this machine, was the only one who measured up. In an insane world, it was the sanest choice.
Kind of eerie right there.
How many Terminator? Were there 2 Terminator movies or 3?
I think they made a third one
Think
later.
third one?
They
Couldn't
didn't?
tell you.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
They
Yeah, I'm
made-
not
they
saying
made
no. I'm not
two,
sure.
Yeah.
like in the similar time frame, late 80s, early 90s, and then they made a third one later.
I think I saw 1 and 2 in the theater. I don't remember seeing anything else, but
Yeah, the third one came out like in the last 10-ish years,
Yeah.
I want to say.
Terminator in 84, Terminator 2 in 91, Terminator 3 in 03, Terminator Salvation in 09, Terminator Genesis in 15, and then Terminator Dark Fate in 2019. I
Okay.
don't, so,
That's
6 or
amazing.
7
I remember the 01 one, and I probably remember that next one. Outside of that, that's probably where it ends. I thought there was only 3, but
Now, I don't know
apparently
if all those are
Schwartz.
like connected
Yeah.
or not. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they are a little
Schwarzenegger
bit.
came back for one of the later ones. I don't know which one.
Heck yeah. Why not? Let's make another one.
Born on this date, 1966, unfortunately passed away at 40 years old. The father of Cam Hayward, Craig Ironhead Hayward.
I'm Ironhead Hayward. I'm used to challenges, and I challenge you to try Zest Deodorant Body Wash. Now, I hear you snickering. But Ironhead, aren't body washes for ladies? Listen, chump, Zest doesn't have heavy moisturizers. But Ironhead, what's with this thingy? That lather builder works with Zest Body Wash to give you twice the fresh-smelling lather of this bar. And it rinses cleaner, so you're cleaner, refreshed, period.
Zest Body Wash. Get cleaner and refreshed.
Get zestfully clean.
How much did you enjoy watching that, Bodie?
That was pretty great.
This is a lather builder. Ironhead, what's this little thingy? That was like the first loofah when it finally came out.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. I vividly remember those. Turning 44 years young today, maybe the greatest women's tennis player of all time, winner of 23 single titles, Serena Williams.
And Serena smashes Steffi's record. It's number 23. An iconic number. And like Michael Jordan, she's in rare air. The sisters embrace. They share a moment. What a special moment. A moment we might not see again in history. Serena Williams, 6'4", 6'4", wins her 7th Australian Open and her 23rd Grand Slam title in 1 hour and 22 minutes.
Amazing.
What?
Her accomplishments. Just Serena Williams.
She won one of them when she was pregnant.
Right. I like to see a man try to match that one.
I'm pretty sure that can't happen, but you never know.
You never know, Bob.
You never know. Testing the bounds of silence.
Yes.
Or science.
That too.
Oh, goodness. Daniel Boone passed away on this date, 1820. 1984. The voice of NFL films. He was a weatherman from Minnesota. John Facenda passing away.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Goosebumps, Bob.
The autumn wind is a raider.
Yes.
Pretty darn good. John Facenda. I can't believe he passed away in 1984.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Like that we only overlapped on this planet for 1 year. Passing away in 2006, one of the great golfers of all time, Byron Nelson. And then passing away in 2008, the legendary Paul Newman.
Butch Cassidy's hole in the wall gang struck.
Butch Cassidy's hole in the wall gang, that's me.
Idaho Bank of over close to $20,000.
You want Harvey to do your planning for you? You want him to do your thinking for you? You want him to run things?
Outlaws with them on their
You can shut up now, News.
Oh, not yet till I get to the good part, Butch. Also known to have participated in the holdup are Flat-Nosed Curry and News Carver. I just loved reading my name in the paper, Butch.
Okay, so we just forget about Logan taking over, okay, Flatnose?
Well, you always said that any one of us could challenge you, Butch.
Well, that's because I figured no one would do it.
Figured wrong, Butch.
You guys can't want Logan.
Well, at least he's with us, Butch. You've been spending a lot of time gone.
Well, that's because everything's different now.
Guns or knives,
It's
Butch?
harder now. You got to plan more. You got to prepare more.
Guns or knives?
Neither.
Pick.
I don't want to shoot with you, Harvey.
Anything you say, Butch.
Guessing that's Butch Cassidy in the Sundance Kid.
You'd be correct on that, Bob.
Ohio guy. I didn't realize that.
Paul Newman?
Yeah.
Cleveland, I think.
Cleveland Heights, and he went to school at Kenyon.
Yeah.
Huh.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know he was an Ohio guy. No, I didn't know that.
As bad as my kids.
You used to tap dance, Bob.
What's the UN? Yeah, you're a liar. Is what you are.
The UN is the un.
Well, I understand that, but I addressed that with my kids not knowing any of it.
I know.
And you did not knowing Paul Newman is a famed Ohioan. I mean, he's probably on the Mount Rushmore of Ohio.
Okay, wait. Now, I'm going to take umbrage with that. We're talking about, we've had some presidents come through here.
Sure.
Okay. Dean Martin's been through here, right?
Been through here? Is he
LeBron.
from here?
Yeah, Dean Martin's from Steubenville.
There you go.
I'm saying, Newman was great, don't get me wrong. But I just don't know if he'd be on the...
Bigger than Dean Martin?
I think Dean Martin was bigger than Paul Newman. There's your poll question, Bodie.
Not really our speed, Tito.
Who's bigger? Who's more popular? Who's a bigger deal? Newman or Dean Martin?
That's a great question at their peak.
I think that should be... Can you put on the morning juice just on the Twitter for that one?
I can do that.
Let's do that. We'll see how it comes out of that
I
one.
don't know. I think that would stimulate conversation, Bodie, among all the shows.
Got to be careful on that one. Pete Rose probably on the Mount Rushmore of Ohioans, famous Ohioans, right? Neil Armstrong from Wapak, right? That's another one.
Yeah.
And all the presidents we've had.
Number of presidents. There's Jack Nicklaus.
You're right. That's another one right
Jesse
there.
Owens.
Yeah,
Although he wasn't born here, but he grew up here. Listen, he's in the conversation. Don't besmirch the great Paul
Where
Newman.
would you put
The Color of Money?
Where would you put the Mount Rushmore? If we had a Mount Rushmore in Ohio, where do we put it?
Well, the highest, do you know where the highest point in Ohio is?
I think it's in Toledo, where Your Highness is born.
That's not accurate.
Oh, okay. I figured high. Oh, you mean like? Okay, I thought you meant high. Okay, go ahead.
In terms of elevation.
Gotcha, elevation. Yes. No, where is it, Bob?
You lived in Ohio your entire life outside of your time with the military, correct?
Correct.
And you don't know what the highest point in Ohio is or
Bob,
where it is.
I have. If I was a climber, I would know.
You don't really need to be a climber. You can just walk it.
Okay. Hoover Dam. I have no idea.
Hoover Dam?
What's the
point where there's water?
don't know.
You realize that water finds the lowest point.
Oh, that's a good point. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair, Bob.
It's amazing.
That's good right there. This is
It's called
today in history.
waterfall. The water doesn't.
Not water.
The water
It's not
doesn't
water
jump
rise.
up. Water rise. Yes.
That'd be something.
Salmon.
Salmon swim up the river.
Yeah, up the river. Okay, what's the highest point?
It's in Bellefontaine.
It is Bellefontaine.
Yeah, Bellefontaine.
And I've driven through Bellefontaine probably.
There's a sign
500 times in my
that
life.
says the highest point in Ohio.
I was probably busy sleeping.
Just like there's a sign when you enter into Florida over in the Panhandle, it says the highest point in Florida, which the elevation's like 38 feet.
Oh, okay.
Fairly low.
John
buds.
Glenn, there's another one. Thank you very much, Jason, in the chat.
John Glenn's from over near King,
I'm
outside
saying,
of Cambridge.
Yeah, I just don't think that
General Sherman,
I don't
Ender
think
of the
that
war,
Newman makes
burner of cities.
the Mount Rushmore.
Listen, I'm not willing to rule him out.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's guaranteed on there. I didn't
Right.
already, get the chiseler or whatever you have up there. Michelangelo, the artist. I didn't already commission him to go put him on there, but he's in the conversation.
Okay.
For sure. Some holidays, observances today. It's Compliance Officer Day, which sounds terrible. Hug a Vegetarian Day, Human Resources Professional Day, Johnny Appleseed Day, Lumberjack Day. Big one for you, Thitoff. Mesothelioma Awareness Day, National Better Breakfast Day, National Dumpling Day, National Pancake Day. It's a big lot of days as well. And World Contraception Day. It's a big one for you.
Where
too,
was
Thitoff.
that one?
And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, September 26th, a Friday, the last Friday of September, the 269th day of the year, 96 days remaining this 2025.
Well done as always, General. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin and Event Risk Elite Protection. Lee Sterling joins us next. We'll do that. Morning Juice.
Silver and gold. When it comes to protecting your assets, you need a security partner. Event Risk Security Services is a U.S.-based veteran-owned company providing protection services, consulting to Fortune 500 companies, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality services and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give them a try. They're virtually the same cost, and they can address what keeps you up at night. Event Risk. Check them out at eventriskinc.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Kim Holderness.
And I'm Penn Holderness. You don't have to have an amazing race to the doctor, but you should make time for routine cancer screenings.
I schedule my mammogram and other cancer screenings around my birthday and then treat myself to lunch.
I do too, because, of course, everyone likes lunch.
The C word can be scary, but routine screenings can detect cancer before symptoms appear.
And early detection equals better outcomes.
Go to preventcancer.org to find out which cancer screenings you need.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them. Safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together. All of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment? What would it take to find a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
At National Geographic Society, we believe in the power of wonder. It drives us to explore, pushes us to see the world differently, moves us to action. And we believe that today, wonder is more essential than ever. Wow. That's why we're supporting a new generation of explorers to ask big questions, make breakthroughs, and bring the future closer. Wonder awaits. Will you join us? Visit natgeo.org/wonder.
Cancer screening can save your life. Begin cervical screening at age 25. At 45, colorectal and breast screening. At 50, discuss lung screening with a doctor. Find resources for free and low-cost screening at cancer.org/getscreened. This is a public service message from the American Cancer Society.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
It is Morning Juice. Bobby, would it blow your mind if I lied about lying about being a tap dancer? What would happen then?
You actually didn't even tell that story?
If I didn't even tell that story, how would that change your opinion
Probably
of me?
send you to therapy.
Oh, dude. You don't think I've got a running tab with therapists right now? Some are chasing me down for collections. Lee Sterling now joins us here. He is our betting expert. And Lee, good morning, my friend. You've got your picks from ParamountSports.com. How'd you last week?
Overall, on the show, obviously the picks here, the 4 picks, 2 and 2 for our clients. Had a nice week, 8 and 5, including a 5-0 run on Sunday and Monday. So, college has been a little bit tougher. Usually, the teams that I'm backing, maybe I'm a week early on them.
Right.
So, my one biggest selection so far this year was going against West Virginia with Pitt, and that didn't work out so well, but before it and after it, West Virginia's done nothing. So I think we're about ready to get hot in both.
Did you get burned on any of those, like the Oklahoma safety, the blocked field goals with Philly and the Rams, and then the Tampa Bay Jets, the Browns thing with the Packers? Did any of those games affect your picks?
Well, I did win Philly that way. So it's one of the rare times I think I've won something like that. So I've had – everyone can remember their really bad beats, and I've had a couple of them. I don't know if you guys remember this. USC was playing someone one time, and I had whoever was playing USC. I think I was up 4 touchdowns, 8 minutes to go. USC starts scoring touchdowns for covering onside kicks. I'm getting 11.5 points. So, in effect, being up 4 touchdowns and 11.5, you're up, 39.5 points. You think you're sitting pretty. So kept going on and on. Touchdown USC, recover the onside kick, score a touchdown, goes to overtime. They, of course, tie the game, the last play of the game. USC scores first in overtime, and this was before they changed the rule. Then the other team throws the interception to USC. They return it for a touchdown, and getting 11.5, lose by 13. So you definitely remember the bad beats more than you remember the lucky wins.
Well, let's talk about some of the good stuff we've got going on this week, Lee. We've got a great matchup, the revenge game. Micah Parsons, Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers. Packers -7. How are we feeling about that?
Yeah, both teams coming off disappointing losses, and think that Green Bay is probably the right side here. Both head coaches call their own plays, which I'm not a real big fan of. I thought the Green Bay play calling was terrible. Jordan Love, that last interception, still trying to figure out who he threw the ball to. But I expect him to rebound here. Obviously, Micah will be fired up for the game. He'll probably end up with a couple sacks here. But biggest problem for Dallas is no CeeDee Lamb. So you got no CeeDee Lamb. Obviously, Pickett's going to be their number one guy. And then you can put your best guy on him if you match up that way, and so on down the line. So it's going to be tough, I think, for Dallas to score. They're going to have to, maybe have some 8, 9, 10-play drives. And I think it's going to be a little bit easier for Green Bay. Dallas has a slew of injuries also on the offensive line and the backfield, defensive backfield. I think Green Bay's the right side. Sometimes you got to lay it if you want to play it. Green Bay 38-24.
Lee, I barely lost one of my picks in Vegas last week when I took Illinois getting 6.5 against Indiana. The Hoosiers edged them out in that one in a bad beat for me. How do you like the Hoosiers this week against when they're playing Iowa?
Well, the best part about that is when you lose games like that, you don't have to wait until the end. You can dump your ticket in the trash early. But here's the thing with Iowa. At home, they can muck up games, and their offense is better than you think. I thought when I was looking at stats, they'd be, at best middle of the road on offense. Well, they ranked 24th in points scored, 20th in yards per play, so they are improved. They have a running quarterback now, the transfer. And these teams haven't met since 2021, and Indiana looks better even than last year. The quarterback hails from about 10 minutes down the road from me, and no one saw this with him. But I think Iowa's running game, and I think they're going to be able to get the quarterback. Some of the key is first down. If they allow Indiana to get 6, 7, 8 yards on first down, it's going to be trouble. If they can put them in some second and third and long situations, I think they can have some success. So they're going to shorten the clock here. I think Indiana wins the game ultimately 26-24, but also special teams could be a huge factor here. Iowa special teams are special. I'm taking the points here.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it there. A little tight one over in Iowa. Venue does matter, I think, in that one as well. Another one, venue, whiteout, night game. Penn State laying 3.5, bringing Oregon to town in the top 6 tilt league.
James Franklin and Drew Lock, can they get over the hump here? They certainly are. If you're going to back them, you got to think twice, maybe 3 or 4 times. Now, they are off a bye, Penn State, which helps. Oregon's team last year, I think, comes in and beats Penn State. No question about it. They did it in the Big Ten championship game, 45-37. But Penn State ran for 292 in that game. Oregon's run D, even though they haven't been tested, right now ranks 50th in the country. They have both running backs back from last year, Singleton and Allen, and they added some top-end receivers, and Trevor Pena from Syracuse and Kayron Hudson from USC. These two guys have totaled 27 total catches this year. I think the X factor in this game is Jim Knowles. The first game did not call a great defensive game when they went to Eugene, but in the second game, he changed around almost every single blitz package, and they shut down the Ducks here. So he knows them well here. Maybe Dante Moore, the pressure gets to him a little bit in a hostile situation. I like Penn State here, 24-17.
Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports joins us here on Morning Juice. And then the big one everyone here in our area is going to be watching will be Ohio State and Washington. That's a 3:30 Eastern time kick. It's a first road test for Julian Sayin and this Buckeye squad. How do you see this one playing out?
So I think that Washington's a year or two away. I do believe that they have some talent on offense. Damon Williams, if he can somehow win this game, he'll catapult himself into the top 3 of the Heisman voting. Denzel Boston is a really tough cover at wide receiver, and Jonah Coleman is a load to bring down. I think he's a top 10 back in the country. But other than that, and maybe a cornerback or two, I just don't think they're that good. I mean, they're crying, in the Northwest, they should be ranked. Well, if you beat Ohio State, you're going to be ranked here. Their defense, they gave up 21 and 24 points to Colorado State and Washington State. These are just bottom feeders here. So I think that they're going to have a tough time stopping Smith and Tate. I think that their offensive line's not going to hold up too if they bring the heat. So you get them in third and long situations, and it's going to be tough for them to convert. So I think it might be tight for a while unless Ohio State turns the ball over a minimum of 2 to 3 times. I can't see the Huskies staying with them. I think Ohio State pulls away here, 35-24.
I think that Ohio State, that line opened up at like 13.5 when it first opened.
13. Yeah.
13, and now it's all the way down to 8.5.
I'd made the line like 10.5. I thought that's what the line should be. So, it is a tough place. You ever been out there for a game, Bobby?
I have not. I've been in the stadium. We did a walkthrough there when I was in New England when we played the Seahawks. Beautiful stadium, one of the best. It's really loud, is what I've been told. But it's one of the scenic views in all of college football.
Yeah, I was here for the 2000 Miami game against Washington, and it was loud. I was impressed. As far as a unique experience, you're on a boat, a lot of people, you're tailgating, and then you get off the boat and literally walk 50 yards to the gate to go in the stadium. So beautiful setting, great people, great fans, but this is not one of their best teams. They're not there just yet. So I like Ohio State. Ultimately, I think they win this game by double digits.
I've heard people call it sailgating instead of tailgating when you're out there in the water doing it, which I think is pretty cool. I'd love to try that sometime. What's your game of the week and how do people get it?
Game of the week is going to be the Lions and the Browns. Lions pulled off a huge upset on Monday night. So did the Browns, down 10-0 with 8 minutes to go in the game. Give them credit. So we're going to see if Joe Flacco can do it again. First 10 callers that want to get it for free, call 800-400-9741. We'll give them the game for free. And got a bunch of specials, 1 week, 1 month specials in football. There's also a big UFC card from Australia. Football specials, use coupon code SAVE100. Like to give us a shot. So it's going to be a great weekend. The window, the mid-afternoon, the 3:30 and the 7:30 windows are loaded. So this is the weekend. You want to make an excuse, fake like you're sick so you don't have to go to a birthday party or a wedding. This is a weekend. Thanks.
Hey, look, I got a 3:20 soccer game I go to for my kid. I can't fake I'm sick on that one, but don't worry, Lee. I'll have my phone on and I'll be watching things. Thanks so much for the time, buddy. We appreciate it. We'll talk again next week.
Okay, guys. Take care. Be good.
Do you need a bank that truly values your local business in this town and the opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin, well, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Coming up next, Quick Hitters, Morning Juice.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and Marysville, or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm the Innovation Ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst and cancer champion Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. Join our team to help fund game-changing research that saves lives. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over the odds. V is for victory over health disparities, victory over setbacks, victory over the unknown. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate to the V Foundation to join our team and help save lives.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now to the V Foundation at v.org.
Since 2003, Wounded Warrior Project has helped post 9/11 veterans adjust back to civilian life. Through specialized programs, they begin healing their bodies and minds while regaining a sense of camaraderie. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
We built a brand new studio just for Bobby, and Tito has already ruined it just by being here. I'm pregnant. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Got some more MAGACOM popcorn. Whatever it is. Jerry Mock, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Annie Oakley. All nominees for the Mount Rushmore there, Bob.
There you go.
So there's a few more we could throw in there as well. I think we stumbled onto something.
This could be a never-ending fan pool.
This might be honestly what we need to do. We need to shut up now because it needs to be one of those evergreen topics we cover like in May. That's what we need it to be. We need to put a pin in this and revisit it in May. One thing we won't revisit because we do it every day is this.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
Good morning, he's Bodie Wells.
Happy Friday, fellas. We'll start with college basketball. The Ohio State men's basketball program will be in search of their first NCAA tournament appearance since 2022 this upcoming season. But if Joe Lunardi has anything to say about it, that missed tournament streak will be coming to an end. The Nard Dog, he has the Buckeyes firmly in the tournament as a 6th seed in his updated way too early bracketology that he released on Tuesday morning earlier this week. Year 2 of the Jake Diebler era will get underway in about a month or so when Ohio State plays host to IU Indianapolis. Never heard of them, but nevertheless.
Right? No, I guess it's not.
No, that's Indiana.
University Purdue, Indianapolis.
Yeah.
This is IU Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jaguars, I believe, if I remember correctly when I saw
that.
it on ESPN. I don't know. There's a lot of Jaguars running around Indianapolis, but nevertheless, that's who the Buckeyes host on Monday, November 3rd. Tito, 6th seed. How confident are we in the Nard Dogs prediction there?
In the last 10 years, Ohio State's been really successful in the way too early bracketology.
They have, yeah.
Not so successful.
Chris Holtman still be in Columbus if those things were a little more accurate.
I would a 6th seed. I would. I'd say I was going to do backflips, Bob, but I can't do that. I would. Mentally, I would do mental backflips. I would do emotional backflips. Ohio State gets a 6th seed. I like this team this year. I do. I hope that Diebler learned some lessons from last year's transfer portal disaster and bring in different guys now. But I like this team a lot this year, Bob. That 6th seed, sign me up for it right now.
There you go. 6th seed, I would take that. I think most people would. I feel like that's kind of what the thing has been the last couple of years. I think people said that last year. I think Holtman's last year, they also said should be a 6th seed because that's something that's kind of warm and fuzzy. You're like, I'm not like a 10 or 11, barely hanging on, getting into a play-in game. I'm someone who is having a chance to go do something, win a first-round game, maybe upset a 3. So it feels good. I think that would be a good expectation.
Who was the kid that came in from Kentucky last year?
Oh, the Invisible Bradshaw.
Yes, Aaron Bradshaw.
Invisible Man.
He was quite the portal acquisition. Sunday Night Football this weekend heads to Arlington for the potential NFC title game matchup between the Green Bay Packers and America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, with that game comes the return of Micah Parsons to his former team. When asked this week about sacking his former teammate and Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, Parsons said, quote, "It's going to be painful. That's my guy. He was always like a good mentor for me. But you know how it is. He always told me if I ever faced him that it'd be great. It'd be a great matchup. So I'm excited to see what Sunday brings itself." Bobby, I have a feeling Michael will quickly get over that potential pain on Sunday night if he has a big game.
There have been teams that have been able to neutralize Micah in the past. I told our guy, Shoddy, I said, listen, go back and watch that game tape. Run the plays, the schemes. the teams were able to neutralize him.
Why not just have Jerry go down there and call plays?
You know what? Better yet, just let me call the
give me
plays.
the headset.
Just let me run this thing. I'll do it myself. That's all I got.
Okay. I don't. Yeah. This. The more we get into this, the more I feel it's gonna be an ugly game. And I think Micah Parsons will certainly. I don't know if he's
agreed. I can't believe you guys both took Dallas on the 6.5.
That was a mistake on my part. I'm looking back on it. That made
I
a
agree.
He
mistake.
just wanted to take all my picks, is what he was trying to do.
No, well, I think I picked that one first, Bob.
No, I went first, like 3/4 of the picks. It wasn't until I said now you go.
But I think I did go on that one. Anyway, I think that Micah Parsons has a big game, though. I see.
You might be right. Maybe we'll have to go back to the tape. I've been wrong before.
Yes. Micah Parsons.
Is it a lunatic you're looking for? You think you'll ever get one of those past me?
I
buddy?
wasn't trying to.
I wasn't throwing me alley oops.
I think that Parsons gets a sack and a half in this game. How about that for a prediction? 1.5 sacks.
Talk about a sack lunch. Num, 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 num.
The good news is Dallas is down to their starting offensive linemen, so
It'll help.
that'll be great.
Lull them to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
This past weekend, number 25 Southern Cal defeated Michigan State 45-31 out in L.A. in a game that was kicked off at 8 p.m. local time there, which is 11 o'clock Eastern time for us. Tomorrow, the now 21st ranked Trojans head east for a top 25 matchup with number 23 Illinois and Champaign. That game will kick off at noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central time there in Illinois. In Southern California, head coach Lincoln Riley, he's complaining. He's not very happy about those kickoff times. Speaking with reporters this week, he said, quote, going from the absolute latest kickoff time in the country to the absolute earliest kickoff time in the country has its challenges, but the challenges, it is what it is. We don't make the schedule clearly. We've had to adapt a little bit in the way that we've prepared and how much that we've done. It compounds you if you're not careful. We've tried to be mindful of getting our work done, but at the same time knowing that we need to put a fresh football team on that airplane. Bobby, if there was only some way we could have known that USC joining a conference that had 14 out of 18 teams in the Eastern and Central time zones, USC could run into this problem.
You know what else sucks? Lincoln, is the fact that Ohio State has to play at noon because none of you guys can ever play in that big noon window at home. So there's plenty of complaining to go around. So I would appreciate it if you just shut your big yapper.
Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon.
Stand to post.
You people, Bob.
Either way, I don't give a damn what you're entitled to. You people.
Yes.
Dan Lanning.
All you did was
whoever the next coach of UCLA is.
Can you tell me,
Lincoln Riley,
is that really, as a player, is it really that big of a deal?
Playing at noon for big games sucks.
No, I'm saying sucks. No, I'm saying though, like just as far
playing
as
at 11 a.m. sucks.
Absolutely. Okay. But I'm saying the time from going from playing at 11 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday night
to a noon game tomorrow.
Noon game Eastern time. Is it that as a player?
Because you're chasing early on in the week.
Okay.
Like your first couple days, you're behind. It's hard. It's hard to get back.
Okay.
In there. We used to do that all the time with Dallas. Because Jerry, we're playing whenever, wherever. We're playing Monday night games in New York and then spinning around. And we never played the early windows, but getting behind early on. Michigan State's really the one that has the beef.
Sure, yeah.
They had to travel.
They had to travel out there and play at
then fly back.
Yes.
They're getting home at 10:30 the next day. I mean, that's real talk.
Yeah.
They started at 11. Probably the game was probably done at 2, airports by 4:30, which is really fun. They probably got home at about noon the next day.
They wouldn't have spent the night there that night after the game?
You're not allowed.
Oh, you're not allowed? I didn't know that. You're not allowed to.
What are you talking about?
I didn't know you weren't allowed to, Bob. Did you know for a fact, Booty, you were not allowed to spend the night after a game like that?
No, I would have thought, is that a conference rule?
Maybe they've changed that,
Okay.
but for a long time, you were not allowed to stay more than a day.
There's a conference NCAA rule.
NCAA rule.
Okay, all right.
Now, maybe they changed that because guys go out a day early and things like that, but I'll have to go back and look at it. But I knew that there was a time where you were not allowed. Like you weren't.
That was back when conferences made geographical sense.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah. What your longest trips could be like in the conference, either Penn State to Columbus kind of thing or whatever, But now, I wondered about that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead and finish your thought.
I didn't know if it was that big of a player standpoint, Bob, as much as it was Lincoln Riley just whining. But Lincoln Riley's also dead to me because they didn't cover that game against Michigan State when I was chasing on Saturday night.
Let me ask you guys this. So they had that late 11 o'clock Eastern time. For them, it wasn't late. It was just 8 o'clock, but whatever. Michigan State game last weekend.
They get a primetime game. Yeah. What is he complaining about?
Then they go to Illinois tomorrow, which is noon Eastern. They have a bye, and then they host Michigan. That time is to be determined. And then the following week after hosting Michigan at Notre Dame, 7:30 kickoff. Do you think one of these next three games that kind of jet lag and going back and forth across the country catches up to them?
Maybe.
Or let me say that this way. Do you think they lose a game kind of like solely because of that? They could lose one of those games because that's 3 top 25 teams right there, but
I don't think you lose a game solely because of that.
Okay.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I wonder. The Illinois game, I mean, I guess there's one of all those you mentioned. I mean, that'd be the one, but I don't think that. I think USC is better than Illinois.
Illinois has got a lot to show after last week. That's
going to be ridiculous. Yeah.
I can't tell if they're going to be a wounded dog fighting for their life or a wounded dog that's ready to lie down.
And when I look at that, when I try to evaluate that also, Bo, I look at the head coach, and you got like Bielema, I would think would have them ready to go.
I would think so. I mean, you just got embarrassed, man. And your season's not over. Like, you got a long way to go, and they're not going to get the benefit of the doubt, unfortunately, for themselves. But if you win this game, the tough part is you host Ohio State. That almost becomes a semi-must-win if you want to get in the playoff. Yes. Excuse me. But, I don't know. Maybe you win this game. Maybe you lose by 1 score to Ohio State, take care of business the rest of the way. And if some things fall in place, maybe you can find your way into the playoffs still at 10-2. But
I think it'd be tough for a 10-2 Illinois team to get.
I would not bet on it. But they would probably need some help. I'd say.
They need some help on that. Yeah, but I think that they would lose most of the eyeball tiebreakers though when it comes to that, because that loss to Indiana. It
was so bad.
If it's a closer game, if it's 24-20 or something, and then you lose to Ohio State, then it's different because now you're losing to probably 2 playoff teams at this point. And so it makes a difference. But they basically will have played 3 at this point, 3 strong teams, even if they beat USC tomorrow, which is still a big if. But 3 strong teams, you got blown out in one game. Let's be honest, if you're thinking about Ohio State and Illinois right now, you're taking Ohio State by a couple scores, if not more there. Yeah.
And they're just not a program that's going to get the benefit of the doubt, for better or worse.
Coming up next, Ryan Day spoke. We will react accordingly. That's next. Morning Juice.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greensons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Lexi spent more than 6 years in foster care.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi now has a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
You can help find permanent homes for children still lingering in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. I care deeply about creating a world we can all fully participate in, free from stigma, misperceptions, and barriers. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on, Easter Seals. Rooted in communities nationwide, Easter Seals helps empower millions of people, regardless of age or disability, through its life-changing services and powerful advocacy. Today and every day, Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to health care, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Learn more and get involved at easterseals.com.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio's sports destination. One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Bobby, Hall of Fame juicer at TE13. Fairly recent new father. He put out a stat here that Ohio State is one of 8 of the, what's called Division I schools, whatever. 8 undefeated teams who have not trailed.
FBS is what you're referring to?
FBS. Ohio State's one of them. Washington's another. Maryland, Penn State, Oregon, Miami, BYU, and Texas Tech.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Are the 8 ones that are, and now that I said undefeated teams, I guess you would have to be an undefeated team to never trail. You can't be a one-loss team that never trailed. You have to be an undefeated team, but that's a stat by him. Ryan Day spoke yesterday, and this is one of the things he said that I thought was interesting about the defensive ends needing to be patient.
Those are guys who have been here before, and now they're really stepping into these roles. And to get our first road win in a team like this who's won 22 straight games at home is going to be a huge challenge, and they'll be a big part of that because of exactly what you just talked about. We got to stop the run, but in the passing game, it isn't just about stopping, a normal, passing game. It's also the quarterback's feet. I mean, he's quick. He's got great short area quickness. He can extend plays, and so we've got to understand how that works, be disciplined, and make sure we can execute the defense.
Will they put a spy on the quarterback?
Okay, the spy on the quarterback, if I have to listen to that again.
What's wrong with that?
Because it's like everybody's like, well, they've got a running fast quarterback. Who's going to spy him? How are we going to spy him? Like, that's one of the things that you can do to help alleviate a running quarterback.
Okay.
Like, that's not the only mechanism that you use. There's pressure mechanisms you can use. There's certain the things you can do to get him out of the pocket, which then you would want to spy how you rush the passer with 4 down and then choosing to play zone over man. If you play man, you'll probably spy him. Zone, probably not. So, yeah, there's different mechanisms. I mean, the reality is this guy's probably sub 5'10". I haven't seen him in person, but nobody who's lists themselves at 5'11" is actually 5'11". So he's maybe 5'10", doesn't throw the ball in the middle of the field because he can't see over the line. So he tries to escape the pocket. He's really athletic. He'll pull it down. He'll run. Damon Williams is a heck of an athlete, but he's not very tall.
So I guess I'm asking, Bobby, is it how would you determine if someone is spy worthy or not? Like, Ohio State's got great athletes all over the place. Are you more likely to spy the quarterback if you have deficiencies in spots on defense? Like, it's almost like you have to put a really good player on the spy, or what would dictate?
So here's the thing: whenever you spy a guy, that's a guy that's not going to be in coverage or not going to be in the rush,
right?
And he may not do anything at all on that play.
Okay.
So then you're playing with 10. So everybody else has to be better. So that's part of the problem. When you spy him, you want to get the quarterback out of the pocket so your spy can become part of the rush. If not, like I said, he's just standing there. And, yeah, he'll help maybe take away some underneath stuff, but that's not what he's doing, and he's not part of the coverage. So as a player that's spy-worthy, I mean, any of their linebackers are big enough and fast enough to be able to catch him. Some people would maybe use a safety if he's ultra-fast, but, that's why you have the athletes like you do at Ohio State, and you have guys that can run. They haven't played anybody like this.
Ryan Day also talked about the importance of Caleb Downs to this team's defense.
He's another guy who can do multiple things, which helps us and allows us to do different things in terms of disguise. But Caleb certainly wants to be towards the line of scrimmage making plays, but he also does some really good things in the back end and can cover a lot of different body types, which is great for us. But most important thing is communication. And on the road, making sure everybody's on the same page. And Caleb, Sonny, Arvell, those guys will be a big part of that.
Caleb Downs, for as good as he is, I don't hear him talk much.
In the media?
A little bit, yeah, but I couldn't pick out his voice in the media necessarily if I heard his voices. But
yeah, I mean he's not somebody that I would say he talks on the practice field. He's a great communicator there. He's vocal enough with his teammates. He's not someone who goes out of their way to talk to the media or someone who he's got a podcast with his brother, so they do that. But he's not somebody that is overly gregarious or someone that's in front of the camera all the time.
It's amazing because at his position, the less we talk about him probably means the better he did, right?
Well,
like an offensive lineman kind of thing. Like
a little bit. Safeties can make plays.
Sure.
I mean, they're able to make tackles, interceptions, things like that. I mean, yeah, you're not talking about him getting beat deep.
Right.
But he's a playmaker on this team. You need to be talking about him. He needs to be a part of the conversation.
Here is Ryan Day. We'll switch over to the offense now, speaking about the evolution of one Carnell Tate.
Just another next step in his maturity and in his play. We all know what a playmaker he is, but he's a big part of what we're going to do on Saturday, moving forward with this offense, because he has big playmaking ability, and so we need him in a lot of different ways. But Carnell, ever since he stepped in here, has been a very good player and special teams guy. He does a lot of dirty work for us. He plays great without the ball, and so he's really just now he's the third year in the program, and you can see him taking the next step.
Are you surprised that Carnell Tate has not done, and I'm not saying it's his fault, has done more to this point this season or not?
I would say he's done a lot.
I think he's done more. I had such high expectations from him coming in. And
what were your expectations?
I thought he would be an alpha dog like a 1A. I thought he would. I thought like that he would rival Jeremiah Smith in some of the categories as far as just because I thought that there would be opportunities for him there. I don't. That's why I don't. I think it's probably close to expectations. Do you think he's met what you thought he would do so far this year?
Through the first 3 games? Outside of the Grambling game, I mean, he's really kind of outperformed Jeremiah, at least production wise. Do you know what their numbers are?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm just going by eyeballs.
Okay, so before you make these outlandish statements,
well, if he has great numbers, though, it doesn't mean that he's been great. It just because,
what does that mean then?
Well, what I'm saying is, Bobby,
if he has great numbers, that doesn't mean that he's been great.
Well, just like if you can have mediocre numbers and be great, depending on how you impact the game. And
I understand that he's had 3 touchdowns. Who had the touchdown, the 40-yard touchdown against Texas?
Who was that one?
Carnell Tate. That's the answer.
Okay, Carnell Tate.
Okay, there's a reason why I asked that question.
He's got 10
receptions. So in the biggest game, he's got 12 receptions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look at here. It said, okay, it does say 12 here. 12 for 219.
It's a 2, not a 0.
No, it said 10 in September on this thing, because I guess it didn't count the Hawks. He had 2 catches against Texas.
One of them was the touchdown pass that was fairly significant down the field. I would say that was the biggest reception in the game.
12 for 219 and 3 touchdowns through 3 games.
He's trending to probably have about 1,000 yards and probably 10 or 11 touchdowns and probably 50 catches.
Right now he's on pace for 12 touchdowns, Bob.
Yeah.
12
You're right,
games.
that's true.
Well, I mean,
16 maybe.
Well, 15. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm factoring in probably him playing 14 or 15 games.
He had 52 receptions last year for 733 and 4 touchdowns.
He's going to have more touchdowns this year.
More touchdowns, probably more yards. I don't know about the reception number, though. That's only
but the thing is, the receptions in this offense, it's a little bit of a misnomer because they spread the ball around so much.
They do, yeah.
His catch against Texas was the play of the game, too.
That's my point.
I mean, saying underthrew him. I'm not trying to take anything away from him.
He went and made
a bad throw.
Yeah, he went and made a great play that turned the tide of the game. Like, that was huge.
Did you see, Bob?
Thitoff wasn't impressed.
Bob, I think he's been good. I don't know. Outside
I think most people would say after watching him this year, when the ball is thrown to him.
Right.
Also, like, you're pulling those guys out in the second half against Grambling.
Right.
So he really played two and a half games.
Right.
I mean, there hasn't been a ton of time. Like, let's wait till we get to week 6. He hasn't disappeared. He's made big plays in big games.
Switching gears very slightly here, Bob. Did you see what Shedeur Sanders said?
Yeah, quarterback play in the NFL isn't great. I'm better than them.
Said yes. Just where I'm on the depth chart, I don't like to dictate my mindset each and every day because you don't know what could happen. And he said, I know if you see the quarterback playing in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that. Now, Bob, there's a fine line, I think, between cocky and confident and delusional.
Where's he at on that?
I think Sanders saying something like that, Bob, might be closer to delusional.
So here's the thing with this. The only thing I don't think he should have said is the quarterback play in the NFL isn't great. Him saying that I think I can play with all of those guys and do that, like, what's he supposed to say? Actually,
I suck.
I don't believe that I'm an NFL quarterback. I'm happy just to be here. Thank you, Browns, for taking me. I slid. Maybe I shouldn't even have been drafted in the 5th. Maybe I should have been drafted in the 7th.
Undrafted.
Yeah.
You know, like, what do you ask? What do you want the guy to say out there? I think the only thing is he probably could have cleaned it up a little bit around quarterback performance and production, but he's not terribly wrong in saying there are guys out there that are not playing good ball. And him saying, I think that I'm good enough to go out there and play better than those guys. I would expect him to say that.
But I'm looking around the NFL, though, even though there has been some bad quarterback play, there's been some guys have been hurt, some second stringers of now starting for teams. I'm not convinced.
You watched the Bengals?
Look,
I'm
not put all that of Jake Browning.
Who do you put the interceptions on?
No, the interception. No, I'm not. Yeah, put that on him. But I'm saying, Bobby, that the performance of the Bengals against the Vikings on Sunday had a lot to do with some things that didn't have to do with Jake Browning. Well. The special teams touchdown. That's
cool. I'll give you that.
The fumble. I mean, there was like 17-3.
There was 5 turnovers. Not all of them were on Jake Brown.
Right. It was like 17-3 though. Late first half, and then all of a sudden it was 34-3.
It's amazing how you can talk so loud. You speak through a soundproof door.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think Sanders will be doing better than Jake Browning is doing right now in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I would think so.
Really? I'm not convinced of that. I don't know.
Why don't you think he would?
Because Jake Browning's been in that offense for a couple years and has more experience. I'm not convinced that Sanders could step in right now and do a job like.
It couldn't be any worse. I'm just telling you that.
How could things possibly get any worse? Look around you,
We're on the threshold of hell.
The threshold of hell.
I don't know, Bob. Look, I do appreciate the confidence.
I guarantee you, if you asked Bengals fans. And they said, would you rather roll the rest of the season with Jake Browning or give Shedeur a shot? If he was on, if you could get Shedeur Sanders for a 7th round draft pick, would you throw that over there and say, you go ahead and start and see what happens?
Okay, well, but I don't think, Bob, that's because of confidence in Shedeur Sanders. I think it is
because how bad Jake Browning is.
I think it is two parts of it, Bob.
What does it matter? Either you think he's really good or you think the other guy's really bad.
There's the novelty of it. Like, there's the unknown about Shedeur Sanders. And I think that's why most Bengals fans might vote that way.
Because you think it couldn't get any worse.
Because you think that there's a chance Sanders could be better is what it is. It's not Browning. Look, Browning.
I understand you think there's a chance. That's why you're putting him in there.
Had some good games while filling in for Burrow in the past.
Yeah.
Okay. Granted, this past week was not one of them. And when he filled in after Burrow got hurt in week 2.
In Jacksonville, he threw 3 picks, but he did
there.
finish the game, and they won it. I thought, okay, maybe there's a chance. And then I watched some of those other games, watched some of that Minnesota game. Like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I think if Burrow was going to miss 2 weeks, you'd probably be like, let's roll with Browning, see if we can get a 1-1. With him out for what is essentially going to be most, if not the rest of the season. Right. I think if you were a Bengals fan, you're like, I'll take Sanders, see if we find a spark.
I think Sanders could be a spark. And I mean, Sanders could be a spark for the Browns also if they wanted to do something like that.
Or the other team.
Exactly. Could be either way on that. But I don't know, Bob, if I'm not convinced Sanders is going to be a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL. Not convinced of that.
I'm not convinced of it either. But I still think that him saying that he's better than some of the quarterbacks that are playing out there, that's not a wild statement.
Is there anybody
I guess Russell had one really good game against the Cowboys.
Yes, he did.
A lot of people have done that.
Yes.
May have been more opportunity.
A lot of people made
Have you watched the Saints play offensive football?
Yes, it's been bad. It's been bad also.
That's my point. There is some bad ball out there.
It's probably only a few quarterbacks, though, right?
I'm not saying he's better than Josh Allen.
Oh, God, no.
I'm not saying he's better than Jaden Daniels. I'm just saying there are guys out there that if you ask their fan bases, hey, would you rather have quarterback A or let's see what Shador has behind door number 2? And that intrigue, that mystery saying,
sure,
because it can't really get any worse.
What about Miami?
I'm not saying that wouldn't be.
No, I'm
terrible.
asking.
Tua's got a squishy head, and he has played okay, but Tua's drafted in the first round.
Right. Patrick in the chat, by the way, I got to preface by saying Notre Dame fan, just so you guys know. What do you want
Where's
to do?
Steve Kerr at?
Kerr said, there is. Kerr said he wants. Yes. Patrick says, "What do you want?"
Bodie
to
calls
say
you a Notre Dame troll. That's when you gotta know it.
To say at that moment he sucks, should be back up. No, I don't think you should say it, Patrick. What I think I agree with what Bob said. That saying that the part that bothered me was saying he's better. Have you seen the quarterback play? I'm better than those guys out there.
Have you seen the quarterback play?
Right.
Like that's the statement you don't make. Like, hey, there's a lot of guys playing in this league, and I think I'm better than. I think I could go out there and play well. I'm better than some of them.
I want a quarterback to believe he can play well. I want a quarterback to believe he's a starter. I don't want a quarterback to believe he's a backup.
I believe Love is the answer.
But, we're not seeing
find a way.
Will Howard say something like that. Will Howard's not out there saying I'm better than these guys and I can do this better than them and all that. And Will Howard, look, I might like Will Howard better than Shedeur Sanders as far as a long-term prospect too. But Will Howard's not saying that out there.
Do you think if Shedeur could snap his fingers and become the Giant starter, would you feel more confident or less confident in our boy Johannes taking them to win
with the NFC East? I think I might be less confident there. No, I want Sanders to have that mentality. I want any quarterback on my roster to have that mentality, but
to an extent, though, right?
I want to have the maturity to know how to convey that.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, my bigger issue.
I think it's just in his description of what he said. It's really the verbiage of it. I don't wholeheartedly disagree with what he's saying and the confidence in which he said it with.
It's in the primetime blood, It's just part of his DNA.
Difference is primetime.
Deion was
Hall of Fame.
One of the greatest football players ever.
Right.
Yeah, but if you ignore that.
Other than that, though, yeah. Other than that, same
I don't
thing.
think Deion's got his number retired at Colorado.
That's a good point. Not yet. I'm surprised he might retire before he leaves. He might do that. He might have that ceremony.
Maybe he'll retire that toe he lost.
Telling you, Bob. Has he only lost one?
That depends.
How many's he lost?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know. Over, under. We'll get your highness on that one for us for next week. Coming up next, we'll tell you.
Race him in sand. I think that would help.
We will tell you what's got us juice next. Morning Juice.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
Dangers rarely lie out in the open, so no matter where you live, it's important to know harmful pests can hide in and around your home.
Here I come!
Rodents and cockroaches are drawn to food waste and garbage.
I know you're out here.
Ticks lurk in tall grasses, and mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water.
I can hear you.
Rodents, ticks, and mosquitoes can all spread dangerous diseases.
I gotcha.
Seek the facts you need at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive, because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
When it comes to prostate cancer, go to pcf.org for the help you need to navigate this disease and make the right decisions for yourself. Go to pcf.org today.
Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a common seasonal virus, but it can have major implications on a patient's heart health. Most RSV cases involve mild cold-like symptoms, but up to 160,000 adults are hospitalized each year for more serious cases. And RSV can escalate chronic health issues. If you're over the age of 60, talk to your doctor to find out if the new RSV vaccine is right for you. And learn more at heart.org/RSV.
Day 1, the hardest day, the day you hear,
"This is a type of blood cancer."
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
We're back here, Morning Juice. Tito, Bobby, Bodie. Inching towards 8 o'clock. AJ Hawkson joins us in the next segment. This segment we're going to do now, though, is something we normally do in the last segment, but because we like AJ, love AJ, we moved it now. Here we go.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bobby, it's Friday. I believe that means you will go first, my friend.
There we go. We'll start out. Let's start out with the cut, Bodie. Let's play the little Buckeye inspiration.
Before the noise, before the lights, there's a pulse that beats across our state. With grit in the dirt, strength in our cities, and pride in the people. We come from all walks of life. Different shifts, different stories. We are farmers and founders, steel workers and scientists, industrialists and innovators, groundbreakers and leaders. No matter the color of our collars, our sleeves are always rolled up, and our blood is scarlet and gray.
It's called the Horseshoe, down by the orange and the legendary Horseshoe here in Columbus, Ohio.
If the shoe is the heart, then Buckeye Nation, you are the heartbeat. Turning Saturdays into holidays, gathering far and wide to cheer us on, and challenging us to the high standard that this university, this state, and this family deserve. Your cadence, your rhythm, echoes in our hearts, and fuels us in our fight. Outside, they don't know, and what we have, we can't explain. It's our people, our passion, the pride passed down from generation to generation.
You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your teammates. You're doing it for Ohio City. You're doing it for the great state of Ohio.
This isn't just a game. Every snap, every drive, every moment. We fight for the ones beside us. And this fight has only just begun.
That's got me juiced. Narrated by Ryan Day. Farmers, factory workers, everything in there comprising the great state of Ohio. That was really well done by them. That gets you going after a bye week. That's got me juiced. Big weekend. We got my daughter's got her doubles tennis match, although they canceled her tennis match last night due to the perceived rain that never really materialized. Some heavy sprinkling, if you will, Bodie, for about 10 to 15 minutes. And so that didn't happen. But she's got a doubles tournament tomorrow, so juiced about that. Her season's almost wrapping up. Got soccer games, some flag football, JV football. They got varsity tonight. As Arlington will be taking on Hilliard Bradley. So excited about that. Going to dinner tonight for one of my friends' birthdays. So pumped up about that. That's going to be a good time. As always, going to do a little XM here this afternoon with my guy, Ben Hartsock. Always love talking to my former teammate and getting a chance to do an all Buckeye show on the XM. I don't think a lot of the people in the SEC really feel fondly about that. But you know what? Start telling some stories, having some good times, share some laughs. A lot of fun.
Just a couple guys having fun.
Just a couple of guys having fun.
Shirts on, shirts off.
Depends. There are times, like when if I get done working out or if I get out of the shower and I'm like drying off, that I'll shirt off sometimes.
You will?
Yeah.
See, I think if you promoted
Nobody can see me. I mean, just the internal Zoom that we have going on.
Oh, I got you. I was thinking your podcast also. Like if you do your podcast shirt off.
No, we're doing that at 11, Schlegs and I. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that shirt off. I don't know what the rules are on that. You know.
Is Schlegs different at all in your podcast?
He's the same guy all the time.
No, what I mean,
that's what's called an authentic human being.
No, listen, Bob. Listen, Bob.
Authenticity.
No, Bob.
Same to everyone all the time.
I have heard Schlegs be very professional.
You conjure lies on air to for content or to make yourself feel. I don't know why you would do it, but sure.
I've heard Schlegs before on like a college football kind of preview, doing a hit for like a different format.
Yeah.
And because he's doing it about college football and it's not kind of some of the randomness that we get with him.
Yeah.
It came across much differently. It was great, very professional, and very knowledgeable.
Have you ever asked him about, like, when you ask him about football, they'll give you a football answer?
That's what I'm asking about your podcast, Mike. I want to know, is he more like...
Goes wherever I want it to go.
Is he more like the Schlegs that we have here on Tuesdays, on Schlegs Days, where it's kind of just a scattershot randomness that's entertaining and fun? Or is it much more buttoned? Is it much different on your podcast with him?
Similar. It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same. He is like that all the time. It's whatever question you ask, he's going to give you an answer like that.
Right.
He'll give you an answer that's appropriate to the question. And now sometimes he'll get off on his diatribes and digress. He says, don't digress him. I don't know how that works, but he'll go off on his tangents and everything else. But,
more side nuggets with us or with you?
Oh, with me for sure, because he has more time.
Okay.
More things pop in his head. So, yeah, it's the same. He's the same thing. But big weekend, juiced up about that. A lot of great college football this weekend. Super excited to watch a lot of that. And I'm almost excited Ohio State's on the road. First road game of the year. Be able to sit down. This will be the first game that I've watched of theirs on television this year. So I'm excited to be able to sit down and watch them on TV. And knowing that I'm not missing anything. Could have probably went out to the game, but that sounds like a terrible flight at this point. And you know what? I'm going to sit by the couch and hang out and watch that. And it should be a good one. Bodie, speaking of Schlegs, what's that aforementioned Schlegel got to say?
You're a better football player than I am, Bob.
How about basketball, Schlegs?
That's 100% I'm beating you at basketball.
Oh, gosh. Come on. You wrestled in high school.
Oh, my gosh. All right. You're really thinking that you can beat me in basketball?
Schlegs, that's not even a question.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That's really that's his probably worst take in life.
Have you guys played basketball?
I was going to say, can we
We've
get a one-on-one
been on a
set
court
up?
together. It wouldn't even be close. I haven't shot a basketball in probably 6 months. It would not even be close. Schlegs a wrestler. You ever watched a wrestler shoot a basketball?
Schlegs, his body type doesn't exactly scream.
Exactly. That's all you need to say right there.
He might have a little...
he walks like a penguin.
Stanley.
Yes.
Kind of dribbling the ball a little bit up and down the court.
100%.
You
got a good eye, Bodie.
What's got me juiced today, guys? Super just said it's Friday. It's been a very long week. I'm very happy it's Friday.
4 days.
Tito, it's just been a long week,
right,
man. You got to take my word for it. Just trust me. So happy it's Friday. Happy to have the weekend here. Your Fighting Irish head to Fayetteville tomorrow. Noon kickoff. God bless that. I know you Buckeye fans don't always love the noon games because you get a bunch of them. Notre Dame does not get very many of them, and I'm happy to have a noon game where normally we play at 3:30 or 7:30. First
That's
time
a
we've
wait
ever...
all day for the sadness.
Exactly. Let's just rip this band. You know what? We can play bad defense at 3:30, and we can play bad defense at 7 o'clock. Let's see if we got better defense. Maybe the guys have just been a little tired those afternoon and night games. Maybe they'll be a little more refreshed for a noon game. Yeah. First ever meeting between the Irish and the Arkansas Razorbacks, one of just a handful of teams we've never played before. We'll host them, I think, in a few years. We were supposed to host them in the COVID year, and that got canceled. So Arkansas will make the return trip, I believe, in maybe 27 or 28, give or take. But first ever trip down to Fayetteville. God, it'd be nice if the defense. I'm just asking for under 30 points. I don't know if that's even remotely realistic, but that's what we're just hoping for baby steps here. Keep the big plays in front of you, maybe force a turnover or two, maybe have a sack or two. That'd be nice. Not really looking forward to Sunday night, so I'm kind of putting all the eggs in Notre Dame and the Notre Dame winning over Arkansas basket tomorrow. So hopefully that's the case, Tito. What's you juice today?
Bobby, it's funny you mentioned the thing about the sports weekend because I saw that CBS Sports did a story and said that this. Look, I understand. This is a bit of hyperbole.
Okay.
CBS Sports Zachary Perellis said, "Is this the best sports weekend ever?"
Yes.
Sure.
But the
why
Ryder
not?
Cup,
Why not live just everything? Everything newer is always better.
If you just say ever, yeah, I'm in.
You've got the Ryder Cup going on all weekend.
Ooh.
Then you've got that college football slate that you talked about. And obviously the NFL. It's the final weekend for Major League Baseball with a lot of teams still fighting for spots.
Reds and Tribe.
And by the way, Bob, at the end of the article, you know what he mentioned also?
WNBA playoffs.
WNBA playoffs. That's also tied to this.
Amazing for the people that'll be watching.
So that's what he's saying. It might be the best sports weekend ever.
Might.
And I
think we've crossed off might.
I think it is.
Are the Columbus Quest playing?
The Quest, I don't know if they have an alumni game maybe they're doing over there at the convention center. I'm not sure on that one or not. But
who are the Columbus Quest?
You don't know them? They were
Justice Beaver.
The
crime-fighting Beaver.
The American Basketball League, the ABL,
had
a Columbus Quest team.
With Schleggs on it?
Katie Smith. It was a women's team.
Okay,
I would like to watch Katie Smith play against Schleggs.
Do you think right now she could beat Schleggs in basketball?
Not even close.
How many Schleggs would it take to win that game? Like if it was 2-on-1?
Yeah, probably 2-on-1. But I mean, Katie's. I'm not breaking any news, but she's pushing 50. You could just by when she graduated, you could deduce the math on that. And yes, she would be able to take Schleggs. I've watched her shoot a basketball. I've watched her play and move around. She could still take Schleggs.
What about Schleggs in the pool against Katie Ledecky?
What about Schleggs in the pool against a bulldog? I'm not sure who would win. They would both drown together.
Who wins in a swim race, Schleggs or a brick?
They look the same.
It's probably about the same thing. Be a tie.
Yeah, Schleggs needs a life jacket.
Are they racing
to
the bottom of the pool or the end?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Race to the bottom or race to the end.
This weekend, though, and Bob, I got that tough decision. Look, I should say tough decision made for him. Artie's got a 3:20 soccer game on Saturday.
Okay, just bring your phone and watch it while you're.
I know it's not the same though. Bob.
Get an iPad.
My wife's got an iPad.
Does it have the cellular?
Yeah.
No Wi-Fi usage.
All right, jerk. If I sit there,
no.
When your kid's not in, I'm not going to sit and watch other people's kids play.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Oh, yeah. Third
grader.
He'll forget.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, but if he's not in the game, then I'm 100% on. Just be like, Heather, tap me when he goes in, and then you can kind of split your vision.
It's the multi-view YouTube version. You hold up the iPad in the left hand or right.
I can follow the game. I can watch on my phone, but it's just not the same. It's not the same as because I mean multitasking.
Tell him to quit.
Bob Seger talked about being still the same.
Still the same. Found yesterday. Was it still the same? Something about yesterday. Still the same.
Yesterday.
Yes.
All my troubles seem so far away.
They did. So
Bob Seger. What was the
that
song?
Was Chris Ash.
Still the same. Caught up with you yesterday. Thought it was caught up with you yesterday is the next line. Caught up with you yesterday. Still the same. Nothing standing in your way. Turning on the charm long enough to get you back. Still
moving game to game. Okay. No one's standing in your way.
No one's standing in your way. That's what it is.
Turning on the charm long enough to get you by. You're still the same. You still aim high.
That's the old age thing coming in with me that I forget some of the words and I'll mix them up a little bit there. But no, it's going to be a great weekend for sports though. And I'm
9:30 kickoff Sunday morning.
9:30 Sunday morning. Pittsburgh. By the way, Kids got a 10 a.m. flag football game that day, too. So the phone will be getting a lot of use out there. Of course, I can't do it on the sidelines with us, Bob, when we're watching the flag football thing. I don't think I can follow the Steelers there on that one. But, yeah, it's a big weekend for us. But as far as sports fans go, it's a huge weekend with the Ryder Cup. And I mean, I'll try to catch some of that today, which I love, and follow that as much as I can. And there's not enough screens in the world for me to watch anything I want to watch. But coming up next, we will close.
I'm pretty sure there's enough screens.
I don't know, Bob. There's
Have you
a lot
seen your Highness set up?
We never got. Did you ever get Breer set up? Did he ever send it to you?
I'll text him.
Okay. Coming up next, we'll wrap things up the best way we know how on a Friday with AJ Hawk. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Football season is here at Columbus, and Germain Toyota of Columbus has the winning plays. Drive home a brand new 2025 Tacoma SR5, just $269 a month for 36 months, 10,000 miles a year. Or power up with the Tundra, now just 1.75 APR for 72 months. Don't wait. These deals, they won't last long. Stop by Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE?
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
As we wonder why our kids are struggling, someone is getting bullied. As we discuss how to improve their mental health, someone is being harassed on social media. As we wonder why they're skipping school, someone is crying themselves to sleep. Knowing the signs is the best way to prevent bullying.
Please just leave me alone.
Learn the signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
If you're looking for the inside scoop on the Buckeyes, you've come to the right place. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. It's Friday, end of the show. I keep catching shrapnel from Bobby in the breaks. That's
I'm
okay.
just going to defend Carnell Tate's honor over here.
I'm glad you did.
I like Carnell a lot. I think he's going to be a first-round draft pick.
Is that your honor to defend, Bob?
It is. I'll fight to the end.
I think he'll be a first-round pick. I do. I think he's.
You just told me he was underperforming.
I said through a few games I expected a little more out of him. That's all I said. I think he'll be a first-round. I love Carnell Tate. I'm not besmirching Carnell Tate.
But.
Julian Sainz got that. We're not going to do this now. We're not going to do it. Let's get AJ in here.
A man with many career achievements. Leading tackler in Centerville football history. Leading tackler in Green Bay Packers history. Still afraid of Larry Knopfsinger. And the crowning achievement, the third member of the Island Boys, AJ Hawk.
All right, AJ Hawk joins us here on Morning Juice now. Final segment of the program, final segment of the week. He's out there driving with 2 feet. AJ, Ohio State, Washington this weekend. What are you most looking forward to seeing in that game or watching in that game?
Man, I'm excited to see how how we handle that atmosphere. I know it's a super loud place. I know Washington's a legit football team, so I just want to see how they handle the operation and all the noise and being on the road in a big environment like that. I think it's going to be huge to it's going to pay dividends down the road later in the year. But I think anytime you can go get a big road victory, it does a lot for your confidence as a team.
I think it does as well. What's that first road game like, Age? I mean, whether you're a quarterback, whether you're playing defense, I'm trying to think. We played Cincinnati. That was kind of a neutral site down there at Paul Brown. I can't remember our first road game in college, but what is that feeling like the first time that you're in that road environment?
Yeah, I mean, I think you realize it first when you kind of run out for like pregame warm-ups and you get booed a little bit and you hear people yelling at you and you realize like, okay, yeah, we may have been at home for 2-3 weeks or whatever and thought that's what football was, but no, going on the road and having these fans that hate you and want to see you lose is what it's all about. And you realize like all you have is the guys on that team, the guys on the sideline. You look around and like, hey, this is all we got, man. It's us against everybody in here pretty much. And so that's why I think it's such a big deal when you can go on the road and get a victory. It just feels so good walking off the field of an opponent when you're on an away game. And when you get a victory, a good hard-fought win, like I just think it does so much for the team.
AJ, big game this weekend in the NFL with Green Bay at Dallas. Micah Parsons joined your former team, obviously, in the offseason. And I'm curious your thoughts on that game and where Dallas is at.
I guess we'll see where Dallas is at Sunday night. I think it's awesome. I mean, it's amazing that game is already happening this quickly after the Micah trade. There's going to be a lot of buzz around that game. It's an NBC, I guess they said they're treating it pretty much like the Super Bowl, and they're sending all their shows and all their people there, and it's going to be I think Jerry's going to be very excited for all the attention that Dallas is going to get, but I don't know, because Green Bay obviously losing to Cleveland last week, you never really know in the NFL what's going to happen. But can you imagine, like, if Micah gets, like, say he gets, like, a pressure and a sack on the first series and Green Bay goes up 7-0 or something, can you imagine, like, those Dallas fans and then Micah just keeps heating it up? If Micah has a big-time night, it's going to be pure cinema, I think, cutting to Jerry Jones in his box and seeing how upset he is. Like, it's going to be – I'm excited. I really am.
So how sad were your kids when they found out that you died?
They have no idea that happened. They didn't see anything on the onion situation deal. They don't know anything about that.
How sad was Laura? Or happy?
I don't think she knows about it.
Really?
I don't think she knows about it either, actually. Yeah, she's on the internet, but not really. She's on like the interior design internet.
I don't know. There's some things that she sends me that are outside of the interior design realm, Age. I mean, I see some of her posts and DMs and all kinds of stuff out there.
Oh yeah, it has nothing to do with sports. She doesn't have anything to do with sports when it comes to all that. But I don't know. Maybe she did see it. She just didn't say anything. But I'm not forwarding her stuff on the internet like that.
So
I don't want to give her any ideas.
So I would like to be the first to congratulate you publicly. I don't know if Pat did. I didn't catch all the show yesterday. I was running around. Speaking of your lovely wife posting things on the internet, AJ, the Hall of Fame list came out, and the list of like whatever the first 100 guys or whatever they have that are available, you are available to be voted on in there and made that cut. I mean, how do we feel about that?
Yeah, it was news to me. But it's great, honored obviously that there's so many awesome players on that list. It's cool to get nominated, no question, with a big group of guys. It was news to me. It was surprising, but obviously honored for that. But yeah, there's a ton of good dudes that are going to get in, and I think first off, Nick Mangle's been on that list for a couple of years. He should absolutely be getting in.
That'll be a great party. Hopefully, I want him to get in just so we can go up to his celebration and hopefully recreate his wedding reception up in Canton, Ohio.
That would be a great time. You're right. I think Nick would do it right. We know that. I think we could try. We could try to figure it out. But yeah, that would be fun to reunite. Almost 20 years later, whatever it might be, and to have a good time. Yeah, it's always fun when you're around Nick, especially if he gets to set something up like that. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, Mangold, I think, should be in as well. Is there another player you played with or against that your surprise is not in yet, AJ?
Oh, man. Yeah, there's plenty of them. I'm sure of it. There's a guy on the list named Nick Collins, actually. He's nominated. He was a safety with me in Green Bay. Nick actually broke his neck probably when he was, 6, 7, 8 years in. And Nick was on the track to absolutely be a Hall of Famer. I think he should get in, even though he only played. His career got cut short. But you know what? Isn't Eli's up again? Eli, I would imagine, will get in. But yeah, it's weird. It's a tough deal. I don't even know how any of it works. But yeah, the quarterback situation too. It's always fun when they like to debate whether a quarterback is a Hall of Fame quarterback or not. That's going to be a conversation that'll go until the end of time.
Absolutely, it will. It's always interesting to kind of hear what people are saying with that. What do we have on the docket this weekend? Buckeyes are on the road. So you got Washington, tons of big football games. I know kind of the fall sports slate is beginning to wrap up. Got some high school football. Where are we leaning in on things?
Yeah, we got homecoming this weekend.
Oh, yes. I heard about the big date situation.
Yeah, there's like a homecoming parade where my daughter will be walking in tonight because for basketball. They do a lot of homecoming stuff that I never knew even existed. There's like a parade before the game tonight, and then there's everything going on tomorrow. And the parents are very heavily involved in this homecoming. I don't remember my parents or anyone else's parents when I was in high school being as involved in the homecoming, festivities and setting everything up and doing all that. But I guess it's a different time. But yeah, my daughter's excited to hang out with her friends, and I am curious to see I'm not going to chaperone, but what would it be like to chaperone the dance and go there? My daughter would kill me. I don't think she would be very excited if she saw me pop up in the gym as a chaperone, but I am curious to see what that dance looks like inside.
Oh, it should be a lot of fun. Are you guys hosting the after party?
No, we are not. We hosted people at our house during the day last weekend, all the people in the whole group and bus she's going with, but we are not doing the after party situation. It's going to go on not too far from our house somewhere else, but man, I don't want to sign up for that.
I think the extent of my father being involved in our homecoming was him giving me $20 to go buy a shirt at Chess King to wear. In the Ask AJ segment here, Little Italy wants to know, would you name a kid Elvis?
Yeah, I think I'd name a kid anything. There's no rules on naming your own kid. But yeah, Elvis, I'm sure, is probably going to make a comeback. Elvis Gerbach, the great quarterback, I always think of him. But yeah, I think Elvis, I loved Elvis and what he did, but I also like the name too. It's very unique. So yeah, I would do it. Why, you wouldn't?
I'm not sure. I think I would also. I don't think my wife would ever let me because I'm a huge Elvis fan. I would absolutely do it. And put some expectations out there on your kid if you name him Elvis and he's can't sing, as a crappy athlete, but nonetheless, I would still do it though.
Yeah, anything. I guess. Are you telling him? Are you putting him on a path for stardom if you name him Elvis and you just hope he can sing? What do you do? Change his name when he's 10 years old? He's like, oh, this guy stinks. He can't sing at all. We're gonna change his name to something else?
Exactly. If my first name was Speedy, there's no way. It'd be awful. Or
I thought that was your middle name.
Yeah, Speedy's yeah. Speedy's a nickname my ex-wife gave me.
So that's what some of the people they're know your Little Italy threw out there the fact that you have Hendrix, Vedder, Lennon, and Axl. So Elvis would be the next in the progression. So do you have an announcement to make that you and Laura are expecting?
Oh, no, we are not expecting, actually, Bob, but I appreciate that.
Not yet.
If we were expecting, I would definitely come on here, and that's when I would announce it first and let people know. But I'd let you probably pick the name, too, Bob. Who knows? You can start brainstorming. But, no, I don't. That's not really in the plan. But, who knows? We never know what's in store for anybody. But,
did you just see where Sean Alexander and his wife are having their 14th kid? Let's get in the game.
Yeah. Man, it is crazy to think of. Your older ones just got to raise the younger ones when it gets to that many, I guess, and Phil Rivers. There's a great meme I know I saw last night. It says Phil Rivers walking into the bedroom tonight, and it's a scene from Friday Night Lights when they're walking on the field after he heard Sean Alexander's having 14 kids.
So, AJ, you will confirm then. I want to make sure I got this right because sometimes people say things on the radio when they don't really think it through. I'm famous for that. But you're telling me if you found out you and Laura were expecting, you would announce it here first and not on McAfee.
I mean, I wouldn't announce it anywhere, but no, I mean, that's a good question. No, I'm sure I would definitely probably tell you guys if you got me. If all of a sudden I'm walking out the door Friday morning to drive to Indianapolis and Laura runs up and she shows a little pregnancy test. Oh, hey, look, we're having a fifth. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. Then maybe I'd tell you guys.
Do you think that's how that conversation would go?
Yeah, that's usually like a in passing type thing. Hey, I know you're gonna go. I know you're on your way out, but here, look, we're having a fifth kid. All right, cool. We'll see you later. Like, no, I don't think that's exactly how it would go.
Just throw the pregnancy test at you and then walk in the bedroom and start crying?
No, we'd be all right with anything. But yeah, I don't see that in the future. But Elvis might be the name if that did happen, boy or girl. I think you name a girl Elvis too now.
Oh yeah. Do you think there's any part of Laura that she feels like Brady has beaten her now by having 5 kids to her 4?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, no question.
Like she's not near the mom that he is the dad. Like that there's something there that she could really go for.
I don't know if she's worried about that as much, but she's more worried like, hey, she definitely takes pride in being able to, like she's like the mother hen of their whole family. So she would take every kid in. Like if something happened to her siblings and cousins, everyone, she would bring everybody's kids. We would adopt them all. They'd all live with us, and there'd be 30 kids in our house. And I think she would love it, have a great time.
Well, that's why we named you the guardian of our kids. Maybe if you play your cards right, Age, Court and I will die tragically, and then you can just absorb our 4, and then you'll have them like almost doubled up.
I mean, of course, we definitely would take in all your kids. Hopefully that doesn't happen, Bob. We need you in court here for a long, long time. But yeah, we're here if you need us.
That's a lot of damn pressure, Bob. I mean, like, is that a blessing or a curse? I
think I told him that one time when we were setting up our will and everything. Age, yeah. I told him, like, do I have to tell the people who they're guarding? And the lawyer looks like, well, typically you would. I'm like, well, I think it would kind of be an unbelievable irony and a surprise if you just got a call, be like, within their wishes, this is what they like to happen. Like, what are you going to say? No? Like, can you decline that offer?
I guess you could, Mike. No, you can't really decline that offer. Think what it does to those kids too. If they realize, hey, unfortunately, our parents are gone now. It's very sad, but now
we don't want you either.
Declined us. People who thought we're really good close friends declined us and said, nah, we're good. We can't do it.
Here we go, AJ. I think we're on to something here now. Instead of a gender reveal, we do a guardian reveal where you have maybe there's 5 different people that could be the guardian that have to show up at the office. And Bobby in his will says it's either AJ or Schlegs or Brody or somebody like that.
Well, or I think it'd be more like the Maury Povich. Like, you're not the father. Like, you are not the guardian.
Right.
Oh, and people start dancing around. Age.
I told you.
Yeah, that might hurt the kids' feelings a little bit when people start dancing when they find out they're not the guardians. That would hurt my feelings if I was the kid.
Zoo Reviews wants to know, is there a form online to add AJ as a guardian? This sounds like a cherry deal. So is it possible? Like, could I make AJ? Like, maybe we should do a push for that, Bob.
I don't know. That's a great point.
Get some listeners to go all of a sudden put AJ as their guardian.
But that means for that to ever come to fruition, then you'd have to leave us. So that,
don't you think I will?
No, I mean, you're older, Thitoff, so there is a possibility.
But I'm saying, though, if we get 40 or 50 of our listeners to list AJ as the guardian, and I'm not wishing anything bad on them, but let's say something does happen. That could be
terrible.
That could be a silver lining, Bob.
I don't know.
That's a silver lining. It's like, oh yeah, so and so is gone, but look at this. AJ's got 3 more kids.
You have a little orphanage up there, Age. It'd be amazing.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll take them all in. We'll take them all. It takes a village, right? That's what they say. We'll raise them all.
Final one before we get you out of here, because I'm sure you're heading over to Indy now to handle everything for Pat while he's gallivanting around. Do you think the Quins have an unhealthy level of sibling rivalry and family competition?
Now we're getting deep.
Ooh, I don't know if it's unhealthy. I think their competition is king. Chopper, their dad, let them know early on. Like, it pays to be a winner. It pays to be a winner, no question. So, they have a very healthy competitive situation. They root for each other. It does. Chopper taught him that at a young age, racing in the backyard and doing all kinds of stuff. And so, there's a healthy competitive fire that runs through that whole family, and it's good. It trickles down to our kids, and coming from my family, it works out well, I think.
That's amazing. I've always found that withholding my kids' love after losses has really worked well. It shows them how much it matters to win, Age.
I think, Bobby, we stumbled onto something here also that
we got to let him go.
I know.
Go.
Listen, real quick. We get a home pregnancy test company to sponsor this segment, and every week AJ's wife has to take a home pregnancy test, and AJ comes on here and tells us if she's pregnant or not.
It's good.
Okay.
All right.
Why not?
We'll work on that.
Yeah. That's right. Set that up. Get that thing in the works. Yeah, get a contract drawn up. We'll do it.
All right, AJ. Have a great weekend, buddy. We'll talk next week about homecoming and also find out if Laura's pregnant.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. That was AJ Hawk there. What do you think, Bob? I think that's a good idea.
That's an it's an idea.
I think that if we get them like a one test a week by the company that sponsors this segment and ask AJ, we'll do that, and also ask AJ about Laura. That'll be two different little things we'll do within the segment.
I would love that, Laura. Oh gosh, this would be.
She has
beautiful.
every Thursday night or Friday morning. She has to take a pregnancy test, and then we reveal it on here.
You like peeing on sticks, Thitoff? I feel like there's easier things you could do in this world, especially as a woman. As a dude, probably not all that hard, but
right. Yeah, I would think though. But I think, Bobby, I think that's a good idea. We got to get sales on that one. Get our best people. Like, get Pavs on that one right there. Trying to reach out one of the home pregnancy test companies. We can probably do that. Thank you, AJ, for joining us. Thank you to all of our guests this week. Lee Sterling earlier, and then obviously, we just had AJ Hawk on. Your Highness from this week earlier. The gift that keeps on giving. Hopefully we get a Buckeye win this weekend. I would think we would. We'll have plenty to talk about coming up on Monday. Thanks for sticking with us all week long, folks. All the juices out there on Chat World, we appreciate you. We'll talk again on Monday. Morning Juice.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit EventRiskInc.com.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Stiles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. Football runs deep in my family. My dad played here, and now my brother and I are proud to carry on that tradition. At Monogram Homes, family matters too. They treat every homeowner like one of their own, building with care, precision, and pride. Monogram doesn't just build houses, they build homes, crafted just for you. So whether you're starting your first home or designing your dream space, Monogram Homes has got your back every step of the way. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. The thing I like about sports is that it prepares you for life, especially team sports. Surrounding yourself with the right people, letting them do their job makes you better. Riverside Bank doesn't have a ton of people, but their people have a ton of experience and know how to get the job done. They're all about quality over quantity. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they win with people.
A team's success can be directly tied to the quality of its players, coaches, and leadership. In sports and in business, talent alone doesn't win. It's why we focus on building strong relationships with our clients and why we strive to always offer the best advice, the best products, and the best customer service for our clients.
Thanks, Travis. We want them to focus on their business and their people and let us handle their banking needs.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or even online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit goodwill.org. Goodwill,